Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update. We're looking at the week of October 23rd to October 30th. Of course, these are timeless, so if you ever are drawn to any of these by spirit, of course, they have messages here for you, so I trust the gut and actually watch the video. So this week, wow, we've got the Scorpio new moon partial solar eclipse on October 25th. Now, the new moon is going to be at its newest at 4:48 a.m. Mountain Time, and that solar eclipse starts at 5:01 a.m. Mountain Time. Now, you want to check the internet and see where the shadow is going to be seen on there. I don't think we're going to see it in the United States. I think it's more over like Europe and up into the north and south of that area there. But check out the internet. You might be able to see it. Take all the precautions when looking at the sun, of course. So this partial solar eclipses, what does that do to our week? Well, solar eclipses have like these trajectory shifts in our life. Usually there's like big news that comes or radical change, just, surprises. It's eclipses. It's out of the ordinary type of things that happen. And we want to look at the energy of the moon that it actually happens, because what's happening is the moon is moving in front of the sun, between the sun and the earth, and that's why there's a shadow and why it eclipses depending on where you're at looking at it in the world. So, of course, this energy of this new moon is in Scorpio. And talk about moons normally have emotional energy around it, but Scorpio brings in a lot of extreme emotional energy. So be aware of that as we're going into it. Whatever we focus on is what grows during that period. So use the energy in which way you would like to feel, because it'll be amplified whatever you're focusing on. The Scorpio energy also, it's usually a 8th house energy, which is about other people's money, intimacy, and partnerships and sensuality, power. Also, it's kind of like the psychological type of focus, looking at how the psyche works and different things like that, and really a lot of energy around mysteries. So I'm going to put up a little quick screen here that's going to show you just a short little small summary of the kind of themes that you can look at for Scorpio, because what does a new moon bring us? 10 wishes. So if you focus on the energies and themes of the actual moon sign that it's happening in, it amplifies and makes it even more of an amazing energy and helps with the, manifestation of those wishes. Also, if you do it within the first 8 hours after the new moon hits its newest, which was that 4:48 a.m. Mountain Time, even more powerful. So it's a great way to take advantage of those. You can make any wishes you want during this new moon, but if you focus on the themes, then that helps. So here is that screen. All right, and then, in addition to all of that, on October 30th, Mars moves into its full retrograde. We've already been feeling the pre-shadow of it, so we've already been having this reflective type of energy on how we deal with masculine energy, fathers, men, those in authority. Of course, Mars was the god of war, so we also have this awareness around our aggression or our aggressive thoughts, our beliefs, our memories in our lives. So for this video, for this reading by each individual zodiac sign, I am going to be looking into what are we ready to look at regarding masculine energy in our lives? What's for our highest experience to know or reflect upon regarding those subjects? Now, before we jump into your reading, I did want to make sure you're aware, and I'll have this video linked down in the description box and also at the end of the video. I made an announcement that every week I'm going to be having a drawing to give away one 30-minute free personal recorded reading. And all you have to do on these weekly updates is comment down below. And if you like make a bunch of comments on this one video, then, that counts as one entry. But if you comment on any of the other 12 of the videos by sign, then each one of those counts as an entry into the drawing. So you can check out your sun sign, of course, your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign, whatever planet resonates with you during this period, maybe even your Mars sign. And of course, whatever you're drawn to. Just make sure to watch the video, comment, and at the end of the week, I will close down. You'll have like a full week to be able to actually comment and watch the videos. And then the following Saturday, I do close it down with a little comment on the video saying the drawing is closed. And then I'll pull a name and I'll announce the winner on that following Sunday. So I'm excited for all of that. And hopefully you guys are too. And I am going to jump in to your reading for this week for your sign right now. All right, all you Tauruses, this is your weekly energy update. We're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Any of the cards I use in a reading, by the way, I do list in the description box below, so if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. So let's take a look here. See what Creator in Spirit would like you to know about reflecting on the divine masculine energy. So for all our Taurians, what would you like them to know? Okay, I actually do want that one right there. And you've got all that glitters. Dun, dun, dun. Very Taurian energy. 16 here. Card number 16. We'll see what energy comes in here for you. So this is all about a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something that you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing and being mercurial. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Interesting. Very, Taurus is the second house. It's ruled by Venus, and it is very much about adornments and looks and identity and possessions and, abundance. So this energy is great because it's so much in your wheelhouse. It's like been your, what you swim around in, and you're like, yeah, I get it. And I feel like this is just a great reminder for you to really look at, would you still desire that object or person if they didn't have all that shishang going on? There's also relationship and prosperity messages for these, which I do want to read. The relationship message says, sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and the glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. Wow, I really like that. And then the prosperity message says, sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. Wow. So interesting, in regards to divine masculine energy and what to reflect on during this time, it is this, magician energy of wherever you point your wand is what grows. And whatever you're focusing on is what, during this reflective period of this Mars retrograde, they're wanting to look at, where are you pointing your wand? What are you really searching after and searching for? And is it truly what you're wanting? Is it really bringing you what you feel you want? And we'll continue to, of course, dig in here. And we're going to use these archetype cards here and just see what else they would like you to know around this. All that glitters and where you're pointing that wand. If I can shuffle. There we go. There. All right. So for all our Taurians, okay, there we go. This is what else they'd like to add. And you got the angel card here. Beautiful. And these have both light and shadow attributes. When you're in alignment with where you know you're focusing your energy and it's a conscious focusing of your energy, you help those in need with no expectation of return. But when we're in the shadow attributes, we're in the lower energies and not in alignment with that, with the conscious pointing of that wand, then we act innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So it's almost like, that, like I was talking about, the facade we put on, when we're not in alignment, we're pretending to be, generous and helpful, but really our motives are to get noticed or, to move along in life, to get what we think we need. There's these expectations that are attached to it. So I love this freedom that's coming in here, understanding the power that you really have and your ability to give in a true, unexpected, without expectations way, and really identifying what it is that you are wanting to share with the world and where you are wanting to focus this energy. Next, we'll take a look here at these tarot of the divine and see what else they'd like to add in here for you. All right, so for all our Taurians, what else would you like them to know about this energy, this focus of this divine masculine energy, please? And then they want the bottom one for that will go up here. It's like the unseen. What is unseen down there? Let me just get these scooched up here. All right, and we'll start with this one over here. And you have the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor. It's a great card coming in here because the Emperor is you who rules over your life. And there's this message with the Emperor that there's two sides of an emperor. The loved and loving emperor who shares all their gold in the royal treasury with its kingdom because it knows if the kingdom feels like they are successful and abundant, that they will be able to do so much for the world and impact the world in such amazing ways. But like anyone, we all have a little human child inside of us, our little shadow side. And when it feels unsafe or out of control, it will go into fight or flight mode. It sounds the alarm and we go out of our minds. We go into that fight or flight, protective mode. The blood rushes from our brain to our arms and to our legs to either fight like crazy or run like crazy till we feel safe or in control again. Well, what happens when an emperor moves from a loving place to that self-protective place is it becomes a dictator, it becomes an authoritarian, and it does things to feel in control, like stealing other people's control, reinforcing their control over others, right? And so there's this beautiful awareness of moving from one place in your life to this loving place, and the identity of the, divine masculine doesn't have to be an ogre and a dictator, but can be a loving, beautiful emperor who's balancing both the nurturing of the divine feminine with the divine masculine. So I love that. And then you have the Knight of Coins. So coins, more pentacles. And the Knight of Coins is this slow movement and taking time, allowing things to unfold in the outside world. But all knights have a quest. And what is the Knight of Coins quest after? The Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is not about wanting more riches necessarily. It is about looking and having a new way of looking at your own worth in relation to the world. And one of the big things that happens within the Pentacle suit is realizing that the things of the outside world, even though we're told are supposed to fulfill us, when we use those to define our worth, we feel unstable. Our worth feels unstable because all those things are unstable. The three areas we're told to look for our worth in the outside world are relationships, situations like job, education, social status, things that we can get into, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. But all three are unstable. People change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things, our bodies, break down, deteriorate, catch on fire, blow up, are stolen, right? So all those things we discover, all those riches of the outside world are not what they seem. They are disappointing. They are unstable. Eventually, we turn inward, and that's where we really start to find our self-worth. Because when we relate our worth to the outside world, that's retail price. That's not in here. That's not self-worth. Self-worth we find within self. And so we move inward and upward in our journey here, and we really understand what a stable self-worth is, because we find a eternal, unconditional love from above. Eternal is very stable, right? Also, unconditional is very stable. Not one condition that is there that you can lose it. So I love how that just relates into what we're talking about here. And then you have the Six of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the Six of Swords is about movement of thought from one way of thinking to a new way of thinking. You're moving from rough waters to calmer waters. So all these expectations about what something's supposed to be, you have this change in this movement of those. So I love where this is headed. Beautiful. And then you have the Three of Coins. And the Three of Coins at Three of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot is about being true to your authentic self. And it talked about that in a bit here, of not trying to put on airs, not trying to live up to what people are expecting, or what, kind of guiding your path because you don't want to make people angry or lose people's support. And that's what these other two people on this card represent, are the naysayers, the dream busters, the ones that are always like, you're never going to do good at that. Why are you doing it that way? Blah, 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 right? And then the other ones are the ones that are praising you, the ones that are lifting you up. And those can sometimes take us even more off of our authentic path because we don't want to lose their support. That little child we talked about in here enjoys that. and doesn't want more people to join that, the band of people that, really poke at and pick at every action that we do, right? So this is a message about when you find your authentic path, when you find this worth within, stick to that, stick to who you are authentically within, and try not to be swayed by those outside influences and opinions, right? And then you have the Four of Wands, which is great. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, and the fours are a very solid number. Think of a big table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation, and so your energy, as you're going through this, balances out, and it's a very joyful and a card of celebration too. So it is this hope, and they're showing you that as you go through this journey, it is worth it, because you do have this joy that comes into your life, a sincere joy and a stabilized energy as well. And then you have the Chariot. Powerful. This is movement, definitely, and victory. Another great card to have as you move into the end of the reading here. And it is also the power of choice card that allows you to really gain this understanding that regardless of whatever happens in your world, you have this ability to choose what anything means, like what story you apply to any situation, and you get to choose what emotion you have as you go through it. And I know in the beginning when Spirit told me that, I always say, it didn't feel like a choice. It just like, this happens, that's how I feel. This happens, that's what it means. It's just always been that way. And they're like, yeah, and they showed every human child, like we talked about with the Emperor, is filled with all these popular opinions of what things are supposed to mean and how you're supposed to feel as you go through it. But they are just habits. And we can go back and we can retrain ourselves to have a different story about a situation, different emotions as we go through different things. And so all this empowerment is what comes as you go through this journey. And so I love that. And then lastly, you have the Page of Swords. Swords are, like we said, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. The Queen of Swords is a beautiful balance between heart and mind, but she also wields that Ace of Swords, which allows her to connect to higher truths, those that are rooted in unconditional love. And it's a two-edged sword. It not only allows you to connect to that wisdom and higher truths, it allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you, and you move in your thoughts and beliefs about your worth, about other people's worth, about how you approach all of this, all that glitters in your life. Like, where is your worth? Where are you finding it? And these allow you to change where you are getting your worth. Like we said, you're turning inward for your worth instead of that outwardness. And it also allows you to look at other people differently. You're releasing yourself from this long list of rules, of conditions, and that are attached to your worth. And then in doing that, you free everyone else. Because when you have yourself under a long list of rules, you police and make sure everyone's going to obey that too, because by golly, if I have to, you are as well. And so when you set yourself free, it's almost immediately you set everyone else free too, and you stop trying to be God's little sheriff, trying to help the world be who you think they should be. Freedom comes, right? So I do love this for you, all you Taurians. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking that subscribe button, you do get access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is this little option to choose all. And if you select that, one, you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. But two, you'll also be notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know I've been going live every single day, providing live readings on YouTube. And even on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I go online twice. So I'll put down in the description box below all the times that I'm currently going on. And if you'd like to stop by and say hi and see if you can get a free reading in the process, I'd love to see you. Also, doing the things I just mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, and of course, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy it wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am very, very grateful for that. These are general readings, and if you are looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I also provide personal readings. Again, all that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, all you Tauruses, as you go through this amazing week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.